Hello, my name is Anne and this is Toby, and welcome to a Tobyknits Flosstube week 4 of Sampler September. How's everybody doing? All right? Get a cup of tea. You might not need a biscuit today. I need to get this up quick because I'm super late. I usually have this up by 9 o'clock Wednesday morning. It is 11:18 Wednesday morning. I haven't even recorded yet. Never mind uploaded it. Never mind edited it. Never mind all that other stuff. I was even thinking of just doing it as a live this afternoon so I wouldn't have to do any of that stuff. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. It's late. It's late. I'm sorry. It's not like you're not getting a video, you know. But anyway, how's everybody doing? I am exhausted. I don't know if you watched my video last week. It wasn't even last week, it was Monday, my knitting video where I told everybody that, oh, you know, I have diabetes now. And I'm getting used to it. I don't have to take insulin. It's tablet form right now, so it's type 2. But I do have to exercise more and I have to eat healthier. Not that I did a lot of unhealthy. I mean, biscuits don't count. Let's not get on about the biscuits, okay? The cup of tea and the biscuits. Let's not be talking about the biscuits. They're staying in moderation. But anyway, I am trying to watch what I eat. And so my doctor wants me to walk 30 minutes a day. So Monday, I went for a 30-minute walk on a track in Smith Falls with Bob. He skated and I walked the track. Yesterday, I did an hour and a half of line dancing. And this morning, my friend called me and said, I'm going to the village. Do you want to walk? I'm like, yes. So I went for a 34-minute walk there and back to the village. Check the mail, no mail. But anyway, and I'm tired now. I got back, I gulped down a glass of water, and now I'm tired. But anyway, I wanted, before I go any further, to show you some things that, do you remember ages ago, I can't even remember what podcast it was, what Flosstube it was even, because I mean, how many Flosstubes have I done now? I forget. But it was one that was so long ago, and I said I could not find the very, very first cross stitch I ever did. It was a kit I got in Bath. And I really, really wanted to do it. And I found it. Well, I didn't find it. Bob did. Hello, Bob. He was going through, because I was a bunch of stuff I knew I had stitched and couldn't find. And he found it in a box with all the boys' hockey stats. So it must have at some point got shoved in that box because there was room. And he's redoing all the garage right now. Anyway, here it is. Isn't that cute? So this is the first thing I ever stitched. And then I did a whole pile of different alphabets for people as gifts after that. But isn't that cute? So that was my very first one. And I bought the frame, but the frame, it was displayed in the frame. So when I got the kit, I bought the frame at the same time. Didn't come with it. So there was that one. And then these are a couple of others. I don't remember when I did this one. This one, they're so dusty. I haven't even dusted them off. This one, for a while, when I was a stay-at-home mom and the boys had just all gone back to school, I started sample stitching for a company called, I think they were called Custom Crafts. Diane Ellard or something like that was her name. And she would send me the fabric, the floss, the pattern, and I would test it for her and send it back. Anyway, this was, I believe, one of them that I had tested for her. And normally I give them back to her, but she told me I could keep that one. And so I gave that to my son because we had a cat that looked just like that. And the cat was Andrew's cat. So Andrew got to keep the cat. Then I made this one when Sean was born. Oh, when my boy was born. So isn't it cute though? Look at it. So I really love that. And so yeah, he is getting that. I'm going up in October, so I'm going to take that to him and give it to him so he can hang it beside the one of Leo. And of course, I'm still working on Sonny's. And then I also made this one for Sean because he loved dressing up. And this, I thought this was funny, dressing up like Dad. So that was one I made in 1998. Isn't that funny that I found them? Anyway, I'm super glad I did. Oh, and I also found this that my mum had made me. And look, it's embroidery. Isn't that lovely? Her and I both love robins. I always say she's a robin. Every time I see a robin in the garden, I always say, hello, Mum. Because, of course, there's loads of robins. But, yeah, I love... I always think my mum's a robin, but she's always sending me butterflies. Whenever there's a butterfly around, I know my mum's there. Anyway, I thought that was lovely to see some of her work. I have 2 of her tablecloths, but I didn't put them on the table because they're too nice. But this one now I can hang up on the wall, and I'll always be able to remember that my mum did that. Yeah, so that was one that I got from my mum. So, do I have any finished objects? Yes and no. Do you remember the gorgeous tin I got from Missouri Star Quilt with all the beautiful Christmas little thingies in it? And you make it into a quilt or a pillow or a bedspread or whatever. I couldn't decide. I'm going to make a pillow and a bed runner. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do it on white or on cream. So I've done the cream one and took off all of the paper stuff. The only thing I found with it is my stitches look a bit loopier. Like they don't, in some cases, I don't know if they're sitting good. Or if that's just the nature of this type of, because when you look at the one I'm working on in white, I think those stitches look nicer. But again, I don't know. So here it is white, and there's the cream. This is not going very well, is it? I can't hold on to it properly. Let's do that. If I bring it up a bit. How's that? Can you see that better? The 2 colors? So I think it's going to depend on what goes better with the red and the green fabric that I bought. Will that, this is the cream, will that look better around it? It's really hard to tell, isn't it, really? Or is the white gonna look better? Oh, I feel the white might look better. Anyway, that's what I got worked. This, I finished that off, and they didn't take too long to make, which is really nice. They're quite, that was one evening's work. So, you know, 2 or 3 nights and they're done. So I was really happy with them. And I actually worked on that on Thursday last week instead of the, I'm always losing my needles. Did that come off the back of that? Yes. Instead of the retreat one. I'm kind of, you know, I'm having a bit of a rough time this week, actually, or in this past week. I've had a rough time with working on things I'd set myself to work on. Normally I'm really good at that, and I know on the days of the week I'll do them. Tuesdays has been hard because Tuesday is line dancing, which I hadn't thought about until now. I don't get home till 9 o'clock. So by the time I sit down to stay, and I was exhausted last night, so I didn't work on the owl one. Let me show you Robin, because I can't remember if I actually worked on this one. A little bit. I did a little bit on this one on Monday. It's not going to look like a lot, but I got this done. I got this box done and finished one of these pinwheels. And yeah. So again, I didn't do an awful lot Monday night on that one, but it's so nearly finished. It would be nice to finish it. I've got one more Monday to go, but I doubt very much I will, because I don't know. No needle, we're good. And like I said, I did not work on Owl last night because I was too tired after I got back. Let me see if I can find it. Is this Owl? No, that's not your map. Where's Owl? Oh my gosh, I've got that many blinking bags in here. I'm pretty sure I did not work on Owl since the last time you saw me. I'll show it you, but you'll have to let me know. Did I do any more since you last saw it? I may have done this bit. I don't know. I feel like I didn't. I feel like I haven't done anything more on this. And this isn't going to get finished either this month. I'm just not really feeling it with these two. They're there because they're samplers and they're my Monday, Tuesday projects. But I'm not really feeling it. The June one I should be working on tonight, and that's going lovely. This is this one, which is the April Cotton and Twine box. So that's that one. It's lovely. And I'm really pleased with this one. Look. Oh, it's coming on really good. So tonight I want to finish this piece of border and that butterfly bee. And then I've got a bunch of these little bees to put in. Oh, there's two little ones there. But I'm going to put these little bees there and there as well instead of the flowers. So this is coming on lovely. I love this one. It's so nice to work on too. The linen is beautiful. And it's really easy to see, you know, and, oh, I'm seeing a lot of worms today. I got a really runny nose too, except that every time I blow my nose, nothing there. So I think it's allergies, but not that you needed to hear that. And then last Thursday, I worked on the holiday tree, as I told you, instead of the retreat one. And then Friday nights is Secret Grove. Oh, love Secret Grove. Where are we? So let's see. So I finished the scissors. I thought I'd finished them last week, but I still had a line to go down there. And then I worked some more on this start of the blackbird. Isn't he lovely? I think this is so nice. I'm actually thinking of keeping this as a Friday project for the rest of the year, just because I really enjoy working on it, and it's not going to get finished by the end of the year. But one of the things I'm finding is the more I do daily stitches or weekly stitches, I'm not finishing anything. And I was kind of thinking, should I think for October, what I might do is I might decide to not plan a stitch. And I think I'm going to just do like the original book of days and whatever I pick up to stitch that day, just write in the block and see where I'm leaning to, what I want to stitch more, if you know what I mean. Saturday, Sunday was Hampshire map, and I did work on this. I didn't finish the stained glass in the, I'm just now on all the back stitch. So I did, the crosses are all done. I did not do the back stitch, but this, I had only half done the back stitch, and there was no extra stuff in the middle there or the name. I don't even know the vine. Who knows where that is in Hampshire? I don't even know what it is. That's what I worked on, the back stitch on that. And I still have to put some French knots in it, then it's done. And then I'll move down to here, put the French knots in that, and then I'll go back and do the stained glass this weekend. That's what I'm hoping to get done on that. And, you know, that's not far off of finished. I mean, the back stitch is hard, though, because I don't know if you can see it. It's not on the actual, what is that behind there? Oh, it's just the loose thread. Got a loose thread there. Oh, I'll get that after. It's not the, it's all done not in the square, like the half square. So it's really hard doing an E over 2 squares, but not in the square, like not in the actual holes of the square. If it was all set in the holes of the square, I don't know why they did that. I guess maybe to make it look like handwriting. But it's really hard. It's not just like in, anyway. It was a little harder than I had remembered lettering to be for backstitch, especially on Ada. It'd be all right if it was on linen, but it isn't. Pumpkin patch. Well, you know what? This is my hour a day, and I'm not kidding you. This poor thing has not had a lot of love. Not a lot. I can't even remember where you saw it last. I mean, it has progressed with my hours a day. I've done this and the bottom of the broom, and I've started on the hat, and I think I'd already done that, and this is done. So, you know, it's getting there, but it's also not the first thing I pick up anymore, which again is what the intent was. You pick this up first and you work on this first for your hour and then carry on with your other stuff. I just haven't picked it up much. Oh, football. Now then, the football piece, which is my Peter Rabbit, has got lots of love because we had 2 games this week, both of which, you know, we won. Only just, though, in a couple of them. So I did completely finish off Miss Tiggy Winkle. She is totally finished. Isn't she cute? All her back stitch is complete. And I've started Tom Kitten. So he will go there. So that's gone really good. Yes, I'm quite happy with that. I love working on this when I'm watching the football. I don't know why. It's just nice to work on, and you know, the colors are lovely. And I put it in Markup-R XP. I just PDF it in, and I used to have a hard time with doing it that way because when I put it in, if you use Markup-R XP, you know, if it doesn't find the chart for you or select your symbols or something, it's not too bad if it selects the symbols, but if it cannot put the symbol and the colors together, I used to sit there for hours and, you know, put them all in and do them. I don't do that now. Now what I do is I let it just all go red, it still highlights for you the symbol you're going to be stitching, so you can still see where you're going easily. And what I do is I just put the number in the top instead of the actual color or finding it in DMC or whatever. I just put the number that is given in my chart and leave it at that, and then just color it all red. So it doesn't matter, it's not the actual color, but I can still see where I'm stitching next, and it tells me when I finished or not finished the job. And so I kind of like it like that. It's kind of fun. And the only other thing I have to show you is my squirrel embroidery, which I'm still obsessed with. I'm sorry, but I am. This is what it will look like when it is done. And here is where I'm up to. I am so excited for this. Wait till you see it. I'm starting on the squirrel now. All the background's done. Look at that. Isn't that blinking amazing? Look at that. I love it. I am so pleased with it. Oh, it looks real. So yeah, so this is called thread embroidery, thread painting, and you layer on layer. The first layer is with 2 strands, and then after that you're using 3 strands. Although I'm going to, that was for the big background. The squirrel, I'm going to try and just do the 1 strand as called for and see how that goes. But I have been really enjoying doing that one. Yeah, so that's it. I've got nothing new or exciting in the mail. I'm still waiting for the Historical Sampler Company's newest sew along that starts in middle of October. I haven't had that yet, but plenty of time. It always takes ages to get to me. And yeah, what else has happened? Nothing other than all this exercising and eating healthy. Yeah, that's all I've got for you. I know it's not very long, and I rushed through everything. I'm really sorry, but I have to get this up, and then I have to start working on my inventory for the show I'm doing in October. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go. I will see you next Wednesday for another Flosstube, and we might do a whip parade or something then, so that we can talk about what I think I might want to work on in October. I pretty much think I'm going to pick a few things, stick them in the box, and pull out what I want to work on each night. And if something gets more love than something else, wow. It'd be interesting to see if I worked on one project all the time, which is terribly boring for you, which is why I usually have so many projects. If I work on one project all the time, would I finish it? Would I get more finishes in doing that? I don't know. Especially some that are nearly close to being finished. Hello, train. Well, it wouldn't have been a podcast, would there, if there wasn't a train? I mean, come on. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm just waffling. Okay, bye-bye. See you soon.